It's finally time for Meri to get a little taste of that press tour life. For the last couple of years, Janelle and Christine were left in charge of making sure Sister Wives was relevant with media outlets. I think it's pretty obvious why Cody and Robin haven't been doing any press. I don't think it would go well for them, but I have often wondered why Meri wasn't on her own press tour. Well, we don't have to wonder what she would say if given the opportunity to do her own press, because she just sat down with Entertainment Tonight, Access Hollywood, Extra TV, and I thought that these were all pretty good interviews. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Before we jump into today's topic, let us hear from today's video sponsor. Y'all, I am so excited to talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, MeUndies. Holiday season is officially upon us and MeUndies has you covered with everything you need to be your coziest self. From lounge pants to hoodies, sweats, and onesies, MeUndies is so much more than just an underwear brand. And since the holidays are here, what could be a better gift for everyone on your list than the gift of comfort from MeUndies? If you like to have fun with your undergarments, MeUndies is definitely for you. The prints are on point and you can match with your partner. How fun is that? You guys know I love a theme. There's nothing I love more than repping the holidays, and I am loving the MeUndies holiday prints. My favorites are the string lights. Not only does MeUndies have the funnest prints, but they are made out of the most comfortable fabric. MeUndies has a cut for everyone with over 20 different styles in 100 different colors and prints, including their new holiday collection. And I just need to say it again, MeUndies offers a lot more than just underwear. They have loungewear and a pet collection. How fun! Knock out all of your holiday gifting needs today with MeUndies. To get exclusive holiday deals and savings all month long, go to MeUndies.com/reality and use promo code REALITY. That's REALITEA. Thank you, MeUndies, for partnering with me and for sponsoring this video. Meri is currently bebopping around the Big Apple with best friend Jen. She's seeing the sights, going to Wicked, and she has been hitting up all of the major pop culture news outlets to give us her take on season 19 of Sister Wives. I've pulled some clips of moments that I think are definitely worth discussing. First up, Meri gives us a status update on where she is at as far as her relationship with Cody. And it doesn't quite sound like he's jumping whenever she calls the way he said he would on the show.
When's the last time you talked to him? Where do you stand today?
We are in a place of kindness and grace with each other. We're very friendly with each other. I wouldn't say we are friends. We're not like texting each other and saying, hey, how's your day going? But when we see each other, it's kind.
What I enjoyed about all of these interviews is Meri doesn't have to come out and explicitly say it, but she is confirming for us what we already knew, and that is that Cody is completely full of shit. And this is why I don't think Cody and Robin will ever do a press tour like this. They have a minutia of control over their narrative in the couch interviews, but interviews like this would definitely destroy the shy, pretty wife with a conscience narrative that they're trying to make happen for Robin. Could you imagine this Rachel Smith gal just casually asking, so what's up with you ghosting Meri? Thought you were besties for the resties. I would love to see it. Seeing Meri, Janelle, and Christine in these press interviews, it also confirms to me that I really think Suki is heavily constrained with what she is able to ask during the one-on-one tell-alls. So I try to reserve too much shit talking about Suki as the host, because I think she really has to tread lightly with Cody. Meri goes on to discuss the junk journal moment, and I was kind of living for the subtle shade she threw towards Robin.
Where do you stand with Robin?
You know, I understand and I recognize that she has a lot of stuff that she's trying to deal with her emotions through the whole thing, with her family not being what she planned, but we're all dealing with that.
Meaning, like, she wanted to be a part of a sister wife family.
She wanted to be a sister wife.
Yeah.
She wanted to have, this plural family. And I recognize that that's painful for her. Through the process, our friendship is not as close as it was, for sure.
How surprised were you with how Robin reacted when she said goodbye to you before you moved to Utah? She was in a state of just distress.
Yeah.
And even Cody thought it was odd.
I know this isn't goodbye, but
It didn't surprise me that she was struggling with that.
You were so stoic. What
Yeah.
did you think when you watched yourself back in that scene?
I just was in a place of, this is a lot of pain for her, but I'm not in pain. I'm not in pain, and I'm not gonna let her draw pain out of me because she needs that from me, because I wasn't feeling it and I wasn't gonna give it to her.
Do you still have that journal? Do you use the journal?
I don't know where it is.
You were moving. There were lots of boxes. You had an entire
I
U-Haul.
still have a lot of boxes.
First of all, I love that Meri very correctly points out that Robin isn't the only one that has had her vision of their family demolished. And Robin kept the man. So sorry about your identity crisis, Robin, but it's no wonder viewers are struggling to sympathize with her. She monopolizes grief and loss. She's the idiot that got left behind. You don't think Meri feels like an idiot for hanging on through at least the Flagstaff years? Robin acts like the younger sibling whose older sister just went off to college and now she has FOMO. No, dude, you won the ultimate prize. You have Cody and a $2 million house. Nobody is feeling sorry for Robin. To absolutely nobody's surprise, Meri reveals that she doesn't have a relationship with Robin anymore. I was surprised to hear that she does talk to Janelle from time to time. While Meri and Janelle will probably never be besties, I think that the two of them have a certain level of respect for each other and they look out for each other, and that is nice to see. I also love that Meri says she wasn't going to let Robin draw pain out of her. Robin is definitely an emotional vampire, and she can't feed if you're not giving her anything in response. So Meri remains stoic, and Robin looks like the idiot that got left behind, I suppose. I also love that Meri has no idea what happened to the junk journal. Cody and Robin are the same in that they give gifts based off of their interests with no consideration for the gift receiver. Do we think those e-bikes were ever used? I doubt it. Meri kept it typically vague a couple of times during these interviews, like for instance, when she was asked if we could expect a book from her.
So are you writing a memoir?
That's the thing. People think that my story is a book.
Well, because you kind of
Maybe
teased
it is
Meri.
a book.
So is it or isn't it?
Maybe it is.
Have you been
Maybe I'm
pen to
telling
paper?
it in yes, I have.
When will you release it?
To be determined.
Hopefully sooner rather than later, because we need the tea.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. People want the tea, but people want tea in a certain way. And I'm telling my story.
Right.
I have a lot of different places that I'm telling my story and different
Meri,
parts of it, but people aren't going to hear what they don't want to hear.
Sure.
And
But
so
whenever you're
I'm
selling-
telling my story from, and it's very important to me to tell my story from a healed perspective, not from a pain perspective.
Let me just say, if these ladies don't release books, that is a huge money opportunity wasted. Yes, we want the tea. I'm not going to apologize for that. I don't want Meri to remain in an unhappy place or anything. I think she can be healed and tell her side of the story because she's lived a life that a lot of us haven't. And that is what has piqued our curiosity with this family for the last 15 years. And actually, I think we all prefer Meri to do that from a healed perspective, because if we thought she was still pining for Cody to this day, that would be really sad. Next, Meri delivered us a bunch of word salad when explaining Worthy Up.
I am building businesses. I've got my Worthy Up brand that I am building. It's a community of people who just want to remember their worth. I think that it's super important to remember who we are and what we're doing, and that we're worthy of whatever it is that we want or what we want to do, And I think a lot of times people forget that. We just get so busy with all the day-to-day, and we hear all the negativity and all the outside voices. And so I think that, just being reminded that we're worthy is important. It's kind of a glow up for the insides.
This is a little bit of a nitpick, but I hate that the interviewer for this extra TV interview didn't appear on camera. I don't know why, it just gave a weird vibe to me. A glow up for your insides. I honestly don't hate that as a tagline for the business, but I still have no idea what Worthy Up is. And Meri launched this business like a year ago. I think that there's an online community and she does do some Zoom calls, I think. I'm not sure if there's any more to it at this point, but I will say that openly wondering if you made the right decision in leaving Cody after at least a decade of neglect isn't exactly the greatest promo for following Meri as a life coach. So I don't know. If you are currently worthying up with Meri, let us know how it's going down in the comments. The bit of new show-related tea that Meri spilled is that Coyote Pass will continue to be a storyline for at least a season to come.
What is the update on that property?
Well, I can't really talk much about it because it's an ongoing storyline on the show. I do have a lot of thoughts about it. I do have a lot of thoughts about things that Cody and Robin say and things that Janelle and I have talked about. But yeah, those things will probably come out later.
Okay, so will we see any resolve this season with that property?
I don't think so.
Got it.
No.
The conversation of Cody not wanting to get it appraised too was kind of interesting because you and Robin were like, let's just see what it's worth, you know? And he kind of is like, I don't want to get lawyers involved and all this. Did you believe him in that moment that that was really his reasoning?
I didn't understand why he thought that it shouldn't be. I have found out since that I guess it's really hard to appraise just raw land.
Right.
But we kind of have an idea as far as you know, the property value now. But I didn't understand that at the moment. I'm like, this is weird. Why would you not want to get it appraised?
Honestly, this really is the last thing that is tying the majority of the adults together. So I don't know. Do we think that they are intentionally dragging their heels on finalizing anything to keep this going for the show as long as possible? I honestly could definitely see that happening because why else haven't we seen a lawsuit yet? But of course, Meri can't tell us because it's TBD for the show. I am glad that Meri does concede that Cody balking at getting the land appraised was sus. But she says that it's hard to get raw land appraised. I have no idea, but even if that is true, it may be hard, but it's not impossible. And I mean, someone had to set a price for it when you bought the land. So I'm sure that there is someone in Flagstaff or the surrounding areas that has the qualifications to appraise raw land. I just don't really buy that it is that big of an ask. It might be a little bit more of a niche market than getting my track home appraised, but I think they could have made it happen in the last year and a half since the property has been paid off. Do you guys think we will ever see Robin and Cody go on a press tour like this? I know that they have both done Zoom interviews, but they do everything from the McMansion. Will we ever see them travel to the Big Apple to promote the show? I think that that's highly unlikely. Robin and Cody are becoming like the Bigfoot of Flagstaff. They are a total enigma that you hear about, but you scarcely believe your eyes when you actually see them out in the wild. As always, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills, and my podcast, Mostly Harmless. Links for those will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.